Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Patty XRP with the DeFi Standard, and we're going to get into a little conversation about the Flare Network Spark claim, which is fast approaching. The final day to claim your Spark is going to be June 11th, which is 9 days from now. So if you haven't claimed your Spark already, you will want to do that within the next 9 days, and you will only be eligible for that Spark claim if you were holding XRP in a participating wallet or at a participating exchange on December 12th, 2020 at midnight UTC time. So that's like when it switches over from the 11th to the 12th last December. I believe in the US it's like around 7 p.m., maybe Eastern Standard Time. So if you're, for some reason we're cutting it close on that date, as far as timing, that's what you'd want to be looking for. Uh, Additionally, if you haven't claimed, then you will want to do so via the flare.weetsy.com website and the xrptoolkit.com website, which we have here on the blog. Those will guide you in claiming it. When I did this back in like November, I found it much easier than, dealing with a hardware wallet. So if you're at that, if you've already owned a hardware wallet, this should be easier as far as just like inputting stuff and following the directions than when you set that up for the first time, which is good. And then additionally, to just double check that everything went fine, you can input any of your XRP addresses into xrpscan.com. That will show you a little like flame icon along with the message key you used, and also will show you how many Spark that you are eligible to receive for that specific XRP wallet. And then in the past week, it's been exciting to get the news of the Toho Labs wallet that's been worked on, kind of in the shadows now for a while. And this is going to be called the Bifrost Wallet. Bifrost is a term coming from the like Nordic gods, so I think from like the Thor series with Marvel, and it's basically like the rainbow bridge that bridges all the heavens together, or like the realms of the gods. So I think that's interesting with it being a multi-chain wallet. It's kind of bridging a lot of different networks together and allowing you to access them from like one seamless wallet. And the Bifrost wallet is going to be available to use on the Flare networks in decentralized finance, as well as on Ethereum and any other blockchains that it chooses to support in the future. If we want to go on over to their website, you can see that they have this countdown, which says, coming soon in 52 days and it will be available on both Android and iOS, as well as they're going to have a browser application that you can use as well. Towell Labs made a statement, or Bifrost Wallet, one of their Twitter accounts made a statement saying that this is like the last possible time it would go live. So I'm guessing that maybe they had some conversations with the Flare team, since they're partnered with Flare Network, that this could be like the last possible date that Flare is going to go live. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm kind of speculating there, but they did say that the wallet will be live in either June or July. So for whenever Flare Network launches, the wallet's going to be ready day one, which is good to know. Also, they confirmed that they're getting an independent security audit done. So, obviously, like trusting a brand new wallet service provider may be a little concerning for people. Totally get that. So at least there'll be a security audit out there conducted by an independent source. And hopefully we'll get it to take a look at that before, anybody wants to get involved with a Bifrost wallet. As far as what assets you can custody through this, we're going to have obviously Spark, all the F assets, all the Flare Network dapp tokens, so like Gala, the Ore stablecoin, YFlare, YFin, all those things will be able to be custodied through the Bifrost wallet. And then you're also going to be able to hold like the underlying assets that you would have used to mint onto the Flare network. So like Dogecoin, Litecoin, XRP, and then like we said earlier, that it's going to be connected for Ethereum DeFi as well. So that's good to see. And obviously, Flare Finance has the Flare Finance Wrap product that could bring Ethereum over to the network. So curious to see if it'll be holding that stuff as well. I imagine it could, because it's going to be designed for the Flare network. And honestly, this interface looks pretty good. One of my friends said, "Oh, that looks exactly like Coinbase," and I was like, "Well, that's a good thing, because Coinbase is definitely one of the more appealing apps that I've used to this point." Also, you're going to be able to perform a lot of the functions that you'll be able to do on the Flare network. So, some of these would be delegating your detachable Spark vote to the Flare Time Series Oracle, minting F assets, and also the Bifrost wallet will be able to connect in with Trustline and Flare Finance platforms so that you can utilize those. People that participate in the Flare Finance beta or have used MetaMask in like Ethereum DeFi or with Binance Smart Chain, then you probably have some experience with this. Normally, there's like a little plugin at the top here. You can see this Fox is for MetaMask. When you go onto like the DeFi protocols website, platform, or application to use it, you can connect your wallet to it, and then it allows you to move funds throughout that system. So it's going to have like pretty much everything we could want from what I can tell. So that's really exciting. And also, it looks like they're going to have a beta before the Flare network goes live. The bifrostwallet.com website does have a place where you can enter your email to stay updated. I put one of my emails in there just to see like if they ever come out with first news for people that signed up. Maybe that's how they do access to the beta. I don't know if it's going to be open or private at this point, but definitely something to keep an eye on. And then going into the next part of this video, we're going to kind of talk about options for XRP holders claiming the Flare network Spark airdrop via a self custody wallet. So this could be something like Decent, Cool Wallet, Ledger Nano, and all that stuff. So I know people have a lot of questions about what's going on here, and this is where we're going to dive into them. All right, since I've gotten a lot of questions about Ledger Nanos, I personally have one, so I've been looking into them a lot in regards to the Spark claim and also, XRP holders in general. I just feel like a lot of them have been marketed Ledger Nanos over the years, and we haven't really had much in terms of DeFi with XRP, so a lot of people have stuck with them. Hardware wallets definitely have their advantages as far as like not being connected to the internet and things like that. You store your seed phrase offline. I've heard not your keys, not your crypto for a long time. So I totally get that, but we're kind of moving into a new era here where we're going to have to make more use of our wallets and moving our assets around if you want to participate in Flare and kind of maximize your potential yield based on your own situation. So I'll go through basically the first scenario here is if you had a Ledger Nano and you had your XRP there on the snapshot date, which again was 12/12/2020, then and you also use an Ethereum address from that same Ledger Nano to be your message key, then this means that your Spark claim is valid. You will be receiving Spark through that Ethereum pointer that you received. However, uh, I'm kind of concerned that Ledger will not be supporting the Spark app on their device, so via Ledger Live. You can see in this tweet from today at 9:36, they said, unfortunately, now we have no update on when the Spark app will be available yet. It'll likely be possible that users can add a custom network via MetaMask for Flare in a similar vein to how Binance Smart Chain can be managed. It'd be best to check with the Flare community. So on that note, I'll kind of break down what they're saying here. All right. So what Ledger Support's saying in this instance is if you did the claim process as I described just before, then if the Spark app is not available at launch, you can still access your Spark tokens. And there is a plugin with MetaMask that is set up with Ledger Nano that you can utilize your wallet on MetaMask, and you would have to create a custom network like you did with the costs and testnet if you participated in the Flare Finance beta. And that would basically allow you to see your Spark. And then from there, if you wanted to use the Bifrost wallet, you could send that Spark to the Bifrost wallet from utilizing MetaMask as like a third party tool to do so. Maybe that's not ideal, but at least you know for sure that you don't have to do anything else at this point, and there is a way for you to get your Spark tokens where you want them and be able to use them on day one. Also, it seems like MetaMask is going to be providing support to utilize Flare Network, so you could do it directly from there. I mean, I've kind of always thought MetaMask is a little clunky. It's not like the nicest thing in the world. It does work though, but the Bifrost wallet definitely looks like it has some more bells and whistles, and as far as like just the look of it is a lot nicer. And the fact that you're not going to have to be plugging in your nano ledger every time that you want to make, a move around on the network or move stuff out of your wallet, that's a big driver for me personally. So, I'm going to be looking at this Bifrost wallet, especially after the security audit and the beta, once that gets going, and hopefully be using it by the time it launches. But, we just got to see how all that turns out. But it's definitely exciting for me at this point. So aside from that, another thing you could have done is you could have had like a Ledger Nano and done your Spark claim um, with an address from MetaMask or My Ether wallet, commonly abbreviated as Mu. So this means that your XRP account is hosted through your Ledger Nano, but the Ethereum address you're using is with a completely different wallet through MetaMask or My Ether wallet. In that case, you could directly import your seed phrase, which needs to be 12 words or 24 words to be imported into the Bifrost wallet. So you could just import that over to Bifrost and then your airdrop would be coming through there. So that's something you could still do if you want to change it up. But that's just one option, and you definitely don't have to do that. If you already set it up like this, it may be a little easier for you. And then additionally, another option is, let's say you don't mind inputting your recovery seed phrase from your Ledger Nano into the Bifrost wallet interface to import your wallet over there. That's a 24 word or 12 word recovery seed phrase, and you could do that. Now, that may only be, really enticing for people that hold XRP on their Ledger Nano. If you have a bunch of different assets there, you may want to go with like the first step where you just connect to your Nano Ledger to MetaMask, and then every time you get the airdrop each month, you just send over the new Spark tokens to Bifrost to use it. Um, Additionally, Bifrost has put out a proposal to the Ledger Nano team in order to integrate the Ledger Nanos with the Bifrost interface. However, they haven't heard back from the Ledger Nano team, and based on that tweet we were looking at, maybe it's just like a person that doesn't, they don't know anything behind the scenes, and they're just saying like, as of right now, we don't have this. So it's just kind of hard to say for sure whether Ledger Nano is going to support by launch and allow you to have like that Spark token app as well through Ledger Live. But yeah, hopefully this will give you a good idea like what's going on, what your options are, and everything like that if you're using self custody. This goes for other wallets than just like Ledger Nano users. If you claimed with one that is supporting the claim, which can be seen on the Flare Network website, then you're good to go. But if they're not going to support the actual token, then you'll have to do some kind of plug-in with a third-party tool that allows you to send it out, or I would contact your wallet provider just to see what their plans are for that. And just to address on what the supporting wallets are and the ones that are only allowing the Spark token claim, as far as the Flare Network team knows, that'll be Ballet, Kobo, Cool Wallet S, Exodus, Garda, Ledger, Tangum, and Zum. Additionally, the ones that will be they're allowing the claim and they're supporting the Spark token is Copper, Decent, Elapal, GateHub, MetaMask, and SafePal. So, depending on what category you're in, you may need to do extra stuff when the network goes live, kind of like what we demonstrated with Ledger Nano just a second ago. And to finish up here, we'll touch on this little flow chart. Shout out to Sin Arts on Twitter, CYNARTS. She helped me put this together in a nice way. Mine was literally, pretty ugly when I first put it together, and she's helped kind of revamp some of the different diagrams we have on our website. So I'm appreciative of that. And so basically, how this works, it asks, was XRP on a supporting exchange or self custody wallet on December 12th, 2020 at this time UTC? If it was on an exchange, then the participating exchange will reach out with further info before Flare Network launch. I know Binance US has already sent out some stuff to their users asking for an Ethereum address to use as a pointer to send the Spark to. So it doesn't sound like they will be supporting Spark on day one. I had some XRP on Bitstamp and Coinbase, and I haven't heard from them either yet. And then other cases like this, we know like BitTrue and Poloniex actually gave out some IOUs to their users. Um, and then on top of that, so if your answer to this question was no, then you're not going to receive a Spark airdrop. And then additionally, if you add a self custody wallet, is it supporting the Spark token as well as the claim? Yes, then Spark token will be airdropped via the Ethereum compatible message key access through your wallet provider. So that's kind of the steps that you went through using Flare.weetzie and XRP Toolkit or some other platform that allowed you to set a message key for your XRP account. Also, there are wallets out there that kind of do the claim for you, so they probably generated this on their own. I don't know enough about those at this point, so if you are, curious more, it may be worth reaching out to them just to see how that works for sure. And then if you have a wallet like Ledger Nano that is currently not going to support the Spark token once the network's live, it's supporting the claim, but not the use of the token through that wallet. Then your first option is to import your entire wallet with a compatible 12 or 24 word recovery seed phrase to Bifrost Wallet when it becomes available. Obviously, a lot of people aren't going to want to do this, but recovery seed phrases are around for a reason, and it is an option. Just definitely look into security hazards, and I make sure like you don't have any malware on your computer if you're going to do that kind of stuff. So definitely take precautions if you're going to go this route. And then option two, you could set an Ethereum compatible message key to an address in an empty MetaMask or Mu wallet, and then import that to Bifrost when available. So that would only be importing just the Spark address that you're going to have and not all your other assets that may have been on like a Ledger Nano. And then third, you can set the ETH compatible message key to an address within the wallet provider uh, where you were holding your snapshotted XRP. So this is like when you had XRP in an XRP account on your Ledger Nano, and then also chose to use an Ethereum address from your Ledger Nano. You could access Flare Network through a third party provider like MetaMask, and then like on a monthly basis, just use that to send your Spark to Bifrost to use it. Or, if there's other wallets that come out that you want to use, or you could just use MetaMask. Um, so yeah, just kind of to wrap this video up, I do want to give just kind of some perspective on like my thoughts around wallets and hardware wallets in general. So we're definitely going to need to see how they evolve. I know for me personally, and none of this is financial advice on what wallet you should be using. There's tons of different options, and they all have good reasons to use them or not, different functionalities. But for me, like I'm really hoping this Bifrost wallet turns out to be what we think it can be. It's going to allow really easy access to be able to perform all the functions I want to do on the Flare network, like delegating my Spark token, minting F assets, ability to plug in with Flare Finance and with Trustline and any other dApps that may come out. So that's a big deal to me. Think about if you're in some kind of collateralized debt position in the future, and whatever, it's a Saturday, you're going to be out and about. You're kind of like, all right, well, I feel like I need to watch this and see if I need to put some more collateral into the CDP that I'm currently in just because the market's looking volatile. So I need to keep an eye on it. Well, if you're using a Nano or a Ledger Nano S right now, you always have to be able to plug that into the computer in order to move your funds off that wallet to somewhere else. So, that could be an issue as far as accessibility. Also, like if you have to keep taking it around with you more often, then obviously you have a higher chance of losing it than just keeping it in, your home or something like that. So it's, just something to keep in mind as we kind of move into this world of DeFi, especially for a lot of us that are probably used to doing cold storage. I mean, I've been doing it since I want to say 2018 or something like that. So, it's been a long time and I kind of got to get used to this new way of looking at things. You don't necessarily have to make a decision right now on what you want to do. The only thing that you kind of need to make a decision on is if you want to use a different Ethereum address, which you can do until June 11th, in 9 days from now. So just realize that. But hopefully this helps you guys out some. Definitely leave comments in below this video, and I will try and get to as many as I can in the next couple of days. But I think this should cover most things. Just let me know. Uh, Anyways, I'm Patty XRP, and I'm done for the day.